think we had a good round of speeches or oblique presentations from various people on this theme on investment opportunities in Bihar. Of course, I would only say that in a state like Bihar, actually, let me just share a point of view with you, which is something which I often articulate in various fora, which sort of center around this whole question of development, industry, and investment. While I have no disagreement with you, Sinha Sahab, on change of mindset, which is of course a prerequisite for creating the right kind of ecosystem, I would say that we have to look at this whole question of investment opportunities and development of this particular industry in the state in terms of where we are. And remember that all across the world, whether in the most advanced capitalist country today or in a developing country or an underdeveloped country, the paradigm of development has remained the same, in the sense that in areas which are virgin territories or in undeveloped areas, to promote something which has not been tried out by investors and industrialists, the role of the state is always of paramount importance. And today, while I would not at all disagree with Rai Sahab or Mr. Darbari from CDAC about the contribution which their institutions have made to the development of this industry in cities like Bangalore or Hyderabad, I would also like to take you back to a bit of history in a city like Bangalore, for example. You know, I was camping there once when I was an observer for one of the parliament elections, so I had a long stay there, almost about a month. And I was discussing with some of my colleagues there, and I said that, look, you are enjoying the fruits of the vision of people who ruled your state not today, but many, many decades ago. That also includes some enlightened Maharajas, right? Now, where was that foundation laid? The foundation was essentially laid in the inception, in the creation of all those institutions which have given the city its essential backdrop for taking off onto a path of growth in terms of not just industry but knowledge industry, not just information technology industry, but also in general knowledge industry, knowledge-based industry. You look at the institutions, I mean, starting with Indian Institute of Science, the leading institutions of learning, not just in the sphere of science, but, you know, I mean, we always, you know, say, oh, this is not rocket science and so on and so forth. But yes, I mean, even avionics and aviation industry. So from here to there, the entire, you know, field was populated, and that set the background for takeoff when the time was ripe for, you know, in information IT industry to come in there. That, I mean, when you talk about institutions, then, you know, your counterpart in Bangalore, I am Bangalore, then I can name any number of institutions. I mean, if you just count the institutions that Government of India has created in Bangalore, God knows why it did not ever think of creating those institutions in our blessed state. But I mean, really, from here to there, from, you know, headquartering the Science Research Organization, ISRO, to headquartering Bharat Electronics Limited, everything that really set the pace. So all that I'm trying to say is, while the entrepreneurs have their role in contributing to the development of a particular industry, and especially a knowledge-based industry, I think it goes without saying that the state has to play a very vital, very pivotal role in developing that ecosystem. We have no disagreement with you on your essential premise, but we could probably have differences in terms of how we create that ecosystem. No. I'm just putting a point across. You know, I mean, this is not opposing your proposition. It's in fact supporting your proposition. What we need to really discuss is how do we go about doing that. We actually, at a larger scale, of course, this is a very, very tangible effort which needs to be put in, not just by the state alone, but by the entire citizenry of the state, in terms of creating not just the institutions, but also the culture. The culture, and it's again a very, very large arena which we need not delve in at this point of time, because creating that environment where there is a receptivity for, you know, new ideas, for new thought across the board, not just you know, us poor bureaucrats, but also people who are on the other side of the table. Anyway, we are running short of time, friends. I do think that we've had a fairly interesting, exciting and enlightening session. I would stop here, and we would, are we having a tea break, Ravi? No? No, we would move on to the next session after this.
Yeah, but okay? Before that, in fact, you know, we would like to have a token of acceptance to all the eminent speakers over here.
So, thank you, friends. Thank you.